Hey everyone, I am here with Fatima Zaidi, and she is the VP of Business Development for 88 Agency in Toronto, and an absolute superstar. And I'm so excited that she's one of our keynote speakers, and she's going to be speaking about sales hacks at Generation Now. And so she's here with us today. There is a little bit of a delay, so I apologize, but we're just going to ask her a few questions and get a bit of information, and hopefully it'll be helpful to all of you. So welcome, Fatima.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here and can't wait for the conference.
Yeah, thanks. Me too. Okay, so my first question is, what are your top 3 sales tips? If you had to.
I often, and I hear this all the time, that, I ask people, why are we reaching out to your prospects? And they always say it's because we were told we had to, or to keep our network warm. And I find that 90% of salespeople reach out to their prospects because they think it's important or because they want to keep their network warm. However, the top 10% of salespeople, the ones who are full of hustle, who are true professionals, always call prospects with a purpose. So that would be my first tip. Always call your prospects with a purpose.
That's awesome.
And there's a number of ways that you can do this. The first is to get creative. When 88 found out that their dream eyeglass company was coming to Toronto for the first time, Warby Parker, we decided to create a poster with Canadian celebrities wearing, iconic Canadian celebrities wearing Warby Parker glasses, and the tagline was, "Warby Parker looks good on Canada." Now, that's a great way to get somebody's attention over just sending a cold call or an email being like, "Hey, we're 88, you should hire us, and here are the reasons why." So always try to get creative when you can. My second tip would be to try to develop online and offline tactics to stay top of mind and reach prospects. So offline tactics can be everything from attending events to speaking at conferences or events, having coffee meetings with people. But I think that you really want to balance that with online tactics like social media. LinkedIn is a really big one. YouTube Live, Twitter chats, because honestly, there's only so much time that you have in a day, and you really want to disperse your activities. And I always say, try to find a balance between the online and the offline.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
Yeah, and I would say the last value add that I can suggest is always try to give as much value to other people before you make your sales pitch. I would say I typically try to have 3 touch points with the prospect in a way that I can provide value to them, whether it's, a free ticket for an upcoming event, an article that I recently read that reminded me of them, or a connection that I can make for them before I decide to get in front of them with a coffee meeting and make my sales pitch.
Awesome. Those are amazing tips. Things that I think are so valuable. And I love that, getting creative. What a cool idea with the eyeglasses. That's awesome. Okay, so our next question is, do you think cold calling is dead?
No, I don't think cold calling is dead, but I do think it's 2017 and cold calling should not be your only tactic. Mm-hmm. I think cold calling works really great for certain industries like energy sales or utility sales, where it's, you definitely need to use the service, and it's all a numbers game. So you have to approach your quota analytically and work backwards. These that are separated and competitive agencies or product and service, B2B, B2C, I find that cold calling is probably not the best tactic these days. And there are ways, like I suggested, getting creative, adding value, building your network and your relationships that are much more beneficial and have a higher chance of closing than cold calling. It's actually really interesting because it really depends on the industry. And I think that, again, for marketing agencies, 100%, I think that there are better tactics. And I think it's totally a numbers thing. If you look at cold calling essentially as a whole, if you reach out to say 100 people, you might get 2 leads out of it. And that may not be the best use of your time, when you're doing sales for an agency.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was actually having that exact conversation with someone yesterday, and we kind of had that same thought, was that it's industry specific and certainly just one tool of many. So yeah, I know that's great. Okay, so what social media tools do you utilize for sales and that do you think are really great right now? I know you kind of mentioned LinkedIn and Facebook
All of
Live.
that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I would say I try to have social media presence because the goal is to stay top of mind as much as you can. You should be creating and sharing content on a regular basis, whether it's events that you're speaking at, whether it's an article that you recently read or wrote, or work that you're currently doing to stay top of mind. I find LinkedIn is really helpful for, scouting out what's, who's new in a role, what companies are looking you to Toronto or Canada, what people are up to, and in general, like figuring out what, who your contact is at a company, and what their title might be. So I think LinkedIn has been a really good resource for salespeople. I think there's a staggering stat out there that 46% of sales professionals utilize LinkedIn. However, there are other tools that you can use that I find really beneficial, like CRM tools are a game changer friend in my opinion. So for example, I use Nimble, and they have digital plugins to social media websites like Facebook and Twitter, which give you real-time information on prospective clients. So anytime I want to reach out to a prospective client, because of the CRM tool that I'm using that's connected to the different social media platforms, it tells me information on the prospect. It tells me their name, their title, who they work for, what they're saying on social media, their likes, their dislikes. And so I really recommend, if people aren't using a CRM tool for their business, to do it and then plug it into the different social media sites.
Yeah, no, that's a great piece of advice. One that I've just started utilizing and has already been a game changer. So I totally agree. All right.
Which CRM
Pardon me?
Which CRM tool are you using?
HubSpot. Is that?
Okay, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, so I've been really happy. Okay, so our final question: what will you be speaking about at Generation Now, and how will your talk benefit entrepreneurs and salespeople, or just general business people, up and comers, all those?
Yeah. Like I spoke about earlier, cold calling shouldn't be your only tactic for 2017. So I'm going to be walking through 6 tactics that you can use to effectively reach your prospects and have a higher chance of closing your sale. We'll cover common mistakes made by sales professionals, and often people don't know what they don't know. And I think it's interesting, a lot of people don't realize that being in a sales role is an emotional, cyclical journey, and a fear of rejection can develop, and the inability to put yourself out there, making it hard to seek opportunities over and over again. And I always like to tell people, don't take this rejection personally. You'll always get more no's than yeses, and this is standard across the board unless you're the Richard Bransons of the world. So remembering that getting your ducks in a row takes more work than simply commanding those ducks to line up and giving yourself a sense of purpose and an end goal. So we'll be touching on all of those points, how to sort of curb that feeling of rejection and keep going and that you should be using to get a higher success for your close rate.
Amazing. I think that's going to be such a game-changing talk for so many people, because I truly believe that sales skills can make or break your business. And when you're starting out, you really need to start out strong in that area. And so I'm really looking forward to your talk, for myself and for all the people coming. So anyway, well, that wraps this up. And so I'm so grateful that you were able to stop by and chat with us this morning. And I hope that you have a great day. And is there anything else you'd like to just say before we sign off?
Yeah, get your tickets for Generation Now. I look forward to seeing you all there.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Fatima. And we'll be in touch.
Bye.
Bye.